In the early 90s, when this art scene was beginning, they were different. They were less professionalised. People looked worse, they dressed badly. They weren't as good looking as art people are now. We were all tykes, basically. It's probably more in the spirit of punk rock than anything else. But it was exciting because you knew something was happening, and you knew people would make, even if you were not making money yourself, you knew some people were making money and were being successful, and you were around that. And that was a good incentive. But for me, now is probably the most exciting time. No one wanted to know who I was 20 years ago. Only about 10 people knew who I was. But now it's different, and so I can do more or less what I want. I think there's an expectation behind being representing the UK or being in the British Pavilion, but you tend to try and forget that. We'd made it, or it had been made in almost secrecy, so I had no idea what the reception would be. I had confidence in it, and it was all my fault if it went wrong. The bouncy Stonehenge, which I made last year, and it's returning to London. People like it, it's very popular. But to be honest, wherever you go in the world, the response to it is exactly the same. It shows that people are actually quite similar, really. I don't go on it anymore. The problem is if you go on it, then people want to take your picture on it. I think that thing about your soul being taken away from you when you have a photograph taken, I think it's true. After being in Venice for a few days, being photographed and filmed and doing stuff like this, I just felt like my face was being rubbed out. I was losing literally it was disappearing in front of me. So I was it was being worn out by being filmed and stuff. So. Art review, I wouldn't be on the cover. Every month, it's like a middle-aged man on the cover, looking a bit knackered. And I just thought, I don't want to be another middle-aged artist of my generation who's got a retrospective or is doing something. Just another picture. So I thought, why don't you have a piece of my work or something related to my work rather than me just like staring out. So that's what I said. The Fantastic Man thing was great. But I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to have a second magazine with my face on. I just thought that's too much. Everyone needs money unless you have a trust fund, so you have to earn a living doing what you do. It's just really how much you pursue it and how much you want to make money. If making money is the most important part of your activity. So it's about priorities. I do fine, considering I don't really make much work. I do absolutely fine. I have no complaints. It's always a vulgar question, isn't it?